Hey Barge Pampered Chef fans. This is for my cooking class, World Tour cooking class. And today or this week, we are headed into France. So we're going to be making a breakfast recipe. Now, if you haven't guessed it yet, what we have here, oh, and be sure to say hi and say where you're joining from. And feel free to share this out with anyone that might be interested. So I started the batter, and the reason I started it first is because you need to let it rest for 10 minutes before you actually use it. So it's rested just over 10, and I'll give it a little whisk. We have eggs, flour, the flour you add last. So we have eggs, water, milk, sugar, vanilla, melted butter, and then the flour. So cameraman, can you turn that up to 5, please? And I have a stainless steel pan here with some butter melted in it. And if you haven't guessed what we are making crepes. So crepes, think of like a pancake, but very, very thin. So you may have seen them before. You may have had them before. They don't cook very long, so we want to make sure that our pan is nice and hot. They only take about 30 seconds, and then you flip it over for another 30. But they can be eaten either sweet or savory for any meal. And so they wrap up around whatever you fill them with. So you can fill them with fresh fruit, jelly, whipped cream in with the fruit or jelly, like Nutella, things like that. Or you can go more for cheese and ham maybe for lunch. Have it hot inside. So in a way like a quesadilla, but the batter itself does have the sugar, so it is sweet, and it is a bit different than a kind of. All right, so our pan should be hot enough. Now, the first one, as like a lot of pancakes, the first one is kind of the one that ends up being thrown out, right? Or the cook eats it because it's not good enough to serve. So we only want about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and we're going to pour it in, and then you get to do the thing where you go around so it fills the bottom. That may not have been quite enough. All right, and like I said, it only takes about 30 seconds, but it is thin. So like crepe thin, like crepe paper, how you can see through it. It comes out very thin. You can have dessert crepes too. They can cream in them with chocolate sauce over it, caramel sauce over. There are all different ways to eat crepes. We used to go to one when I was a kid. I loved the ones that had like chicken in it for the main dish, and then the ice cream filled ones for your dessert there. All right, so if it's ready to flip, if it's not, then it's not. So this one is lifting. Just spread it out. And then another 30 seconds. And then that one's done. And I did not get a plate to put them on. But in France, so what they would have to drink with it. Sorry. Everything's falling. What they would have to drink with it, can you guess? It's in the morning. If they're having these for breakfast, they're going to drink coffee.
Is that an invitation for me to have a cup?
Maybe. All right, so we'll see one more here. Now you could be fancy and go around, like put your ladle around it. All right, so that one filled it up a bit more. And enough butter. So there you go. You need thin. So the light does kind of pass through it. And like I said, make it sweet. My cameraman, this will be his breakfast. We're going to put some fruit. You can do jellies, different flavors of jellies, and add, like I said, so I will reward him and make some whipped cream just for him. And look, see if it lifts. Yep, it's coming off the sides very easily. And so now, so after I do two, I'll add some more butter to the pan. But you may have seen these, especially like at a continental breakfast, because a continental breakfast is sort of what you would be getting in France. So you would see these usually folded up into fourths, so you get kind of that triangle shape. If most other countries, most countries that you go into and you ask for pancakes for breakfast, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get crepes. All right. So what we call pancakes, everyone else gives you crepes. So look how nice that is. See, that first one didn't quite come out as well as this one. And this one filled. So there you have it. Crepes for breakfast. You want to turn that off, cameraman? And we can make the rest of these in a little bit. I will show you. So this is a whipped cream maker. It makes fresh whipped cream just in a matter of seconds. So that's why we're using it. We're going to put in up to the line some heavy cream. We'll go just below. Sometimes the humidity level or the way the barometer is affects when we make it. So it is rainy today, and that sometimes makes it kind of like overflow. So I'm going to put in some powdered sugar and some vanilla. I did not get the measuring spoon out. The cap is about half a teaspoon. Let's see. The dark liquid. Vanilla is going to whip up in about 30 seconds. All the way up and down. But it gets thicker as you go and you feel it harden. And so that's how you know. It's an amazing little tool. All right. Yes, it's getting very much harder to do. Ta-da. So you get nice whipped cream. And if I had a clean utensil, I could put it on so you could see. Let's see. Do we have anything to scoop it with? A measuring spoon, I guess. So we can put it on the side here or on that one. See how easy that was to make fresh whipped cream? So those are crepes. Like I said, that's usually what you get for breakfast in France, or a croissant. And then you would have your coffee to go with it. So this is a French press. Makes very nice coffee. And they either drink it black or a lot of it